Hi, I'm Bob. It's great to see you again, and welcome to the tutorial on the exercises for the textbook Microeconomics Theory and Applications with Calculus, the 5th edition by Professor Jeffrey Perloff. Today, we will be focusing on the problems at the end of Chapter 17, which covers property rights, externality, rivalry, and exclusion. I hope these solutions will help you better understand this chapter. According to a study in the New England Journal of Medicine, your friendships or social networks are more likely than your genes to make you obese. If it is true that people who have overweight friends are more likely to be overweight, or else the same, is that an example of a negative externality? Why? First, there could be a reverse causality relationship between making friends with overweight people and obesity. On the one hand, being surrounded by obese people might lead to a person to overeat as well, and therefore obesity. On the other hand, an overweight person tends to make friends with people with similar appearance and lifestyle. The causal relationship could be two-way. Second, if friendships or social networks cause obesity, it could be an example of a negative externality. Externality is the effect of a person or firm's action on other people's well-being in the lack of a market mechanism. That is to say, there's no price for the externality in the market based on which people can trade. Overweight friends' behavior can directly affect your eating habits, and there's no market or price for this effect. Let's solve exercise 1.2. According to the digital media company Captivate Network, employees viewing the 2012 Olympics instead of working caused a $1.38 billion loss in productivity for U.S. companies. Is this productivity loss an example of a negative externality? Explain. It is an example of a negative externality. A negative externality harms others directly instead of indirectly through changes in prices. The broadcast directly affected the employees' productivity. The media company did not pay for the productivity loss in this case. Let's answer exercise 1.3. Other sports teams benefit financially from playing a team with a superstar whom fans want to see. Do such positive externalities lower social welfare? If not, why not? If so, what could the teams do to solve the problem? If a team has a superstar, other teams can attract more audience playing with that team. The other teams do not take into account the cost of hiring the superstar. The other team's marginal cost curve is MC private. The competitive private equilibrium, EP, is determined by the intersection of the demand curve and the competitive supply or private marginal cost curve, MC private. The social optimum, ES, is at the interaction of the demand curve and the social marginal cost curve, MC social, which is the sum of the private marginal cost and the marginal cost of hiring the superstar. We compare the private equilibrium to the social optimum. Although consumer surplus is higher in the competitive equilibrium, social welfare is lower in the competitive equilibrium. Compared to the social optimum levels, the competitive ticket price is too low and the quantity is too high. They can raise the ticket price to achieve the social optimum. Let's address exercise 1.4. Many of the Florida manatees have made a startling discovery. The warm water pouring out of power plants makes an excellent winter refuge. The warm water prevents them from dying from cold stress. As a result, manatees were reclassified from endangered to threatened in 2016. Do power plants provide an externality? What type? Yes, the power plants provide a positive externality. It saves wild animals without compensation. A positive externality benefits others directly instead of indirectly through changes in prices. Thank you for watching this video and subscribing to my YouTube channel. See you next time.